And now, from the CFTK-TV studios, this is Open Connection with your host, Robert Pictou.
Welcome to Open Connection. I'm your host, Robert Pictou. Our show today comes to you from the traditional and unceded territory of the Tsimshian people. The name may have been derived from the Middle Dutch crick, meaning stick, or Old English crick, meaning crutch or staff, or the French word criquet, meaning wooden post. Today, cricket has been declared the second most watched sport in the world. On today's Open Connection, President of Terrace Cricket Club, Cam Seaman, sits down with some of the team members.
The main problem at that time for us was to find a proper ground to play cricket.
Okay.
Then we managed to start cricket in a ground, basically called like a ball hockey ground probably.
Okay, so where would that have been located?
That's in the Strom Avenue.
Okay.
So that's where our cricket in Terrace start, I believe.
Okay.
And from there we moved to the Medic Avenue ground situated here in
Okay.
belongs to the Gurudwara compound.
Yes.
I'm really happy and I'm really thankful to the Gurudwara, whoever the members are representing the Gurudwara and all the members here.
Right.
And for giving us the space to play our game.
How did you guys manage to modify your game to have to be able to play here?
So the actual cricket ground is, it's a 20 meter of either a concrete or a solid surface in which the ball can bounce when the ball balls it.
Right.
And the rest is all needs to be covered with grass.
Okay.
But here it's you can see like it's all asphalt, and so what's the problem of playing here is, because of the stiffness, it's very hard for the player to run through this asphalt, and it is causing a lot of problem to their health, especially causing problems to their backs.
Okay.
And that's the reason we want to go forward for a proper ground rather than playing in the asphalt. And also you can see, because of this building, we can play the full game. We have to restrict our scoring areas, and we are only doing things with what we have, right?
Right. So when would you, if in a perfect world you were to have a cricket pitch, what would it look like?
So a cricket pitch, between the stumps there should be a 20 meter of distance, and there should be a 3 meter width. In Canada, how the cricket pitch are built by a concrete surface of at least 30 meter of length and 3 meter of width. That is because of the climate in Canada.
Right.
Usually because during the winter time we can't play outside.
Right.
And if we are going for a much compacted surface like the other cricket field around the world,
Right.
the problem is like we have to do this again each summer. So
Okay.
that's the reason we are pushing forward for a concrete slab plus on top of that a synthetic mat. I came to Canada, I think 5.5 years back.
Yeah.
And before that, when I was in my home country, I used to play cricket. I represented for the district team there. And as you know, cricket is the second most playing game all over the world after soccer.
Yep.
So and not only cricket, I'm kind of like a sports person, so I'm interested in other sports as well. But cricket, I really like the sport. I really like to play the game.
Yes.
And when I was in Vancouver as well, we have a lot of cricket grounds there.
Right.
After I reached here, found the things like the nearby cricket ground is in Prince George. That is like 6-hour drive from.
What is this that they call you the century man here? What does that mean?
Okay, century means 100 runs. So you have to score 100 runs individually. That's something you are winning a game by your own thing.
Okay.
It's kind of like, you have to hit a lot of balls outside the park in order to get that century runs.
Open Connection will be right back after these messages. And now, from the CFTK-TV studios, this is Open Connection with your host, Robert Pictou.
Thank you for staying with us. Cricket is a bat and ball game played between two teams of 11 players on a field at the center, which is a 20-meter pitch with a wicket on each end, each comprising of 2 bails balanced on 3 stumps. The batting side scores by striking the ball bowled at one of the wickets with a bat and then running between the wickets, while the bowling and fielding side tries to prevent this. Let us return to the conversation with Can Siemens.
We did a few grade 7 classes. Now for yourself, you're a big promoter of cricket. I know that as well as the rest of the club. But how did you feel going to the school and representing Terrace Cricket Club? What did you find there?
Like I'm playing like cricket since my childhood. Like my uncle, my dad, all were like cricket players. My neighbors also, they play like cricket. Like since then I'm playing cricket. Like my school days, my college days also, like I represented my college. So like I love to play cricket. And like when I came here like first time, like I was very curious because I like in India back, like I like always, like every day I played cricket there, so I miss my game. So like Surrey also, I stay like one year there.
Okay.
So I was looking some grounds there, and I find some ground there, but I played there like 1 or 2 times because they don't have the proper teams, right? And like after 1 year I move here. Like since like 5 years I'm living
here?
yeah
Okay.
I living in like in Terrace.
Okay.
But like first I like start playing cricket with my staff, like Best Western Hotel.
Okay.
Like all my managers and like other staff.
So where did you play? Because there's no allocated cricket ground.
We are used to play like in a Sakina Middle School ground.
Okay.
Yeah, like we
So the baseball diamond there you converted.
yeah we buy some bat from Vancouver and we like start playing there. After that, like I meet like all the players, Sukhjinder and all other guys, and after that we like start playing like regularly.
Yes.
And we like constructed like 3 teams here: Terrace Thunders, Downtown Dragon, and Punjab Panthers.
So can you share a little bit more about Sakina Middle School? What did you notice there? Like, was there some young talent that you felt that, yes, we can really start even a youth team here?
When I went there, I was seeing there like so many kids there, and they love to play cricket because they are mostly were the baseball player.
Yes.
And they know all the grips and how they hit the ball to like a long way.
Right.
So like I find there like many girls and boys, they have like potential, like they can play cricket in the future, and if we give them like proper cricket training, they can in the future they can represent even the Canada in the highest level.
How does it work then for the adults? Are they able to still play at a higher level as well?
No, they can play higher level as well because like cricket, they have like certain level of like age limit, like around like 35 years, like a player can play like on his peak, and like after that, like his downfall will like start as a performance and the fitness level.
Okay.
So like mostly play like in the cricket average, they like play like until 40 years.
Okay.
And like after that they can start their career as a commentator, as a coaching staff, as a mentor, like all these kind of things they can like enhance their career.
So obviously you haven't reached your peak yet. So once you reach your peak, what is your goal? What do you envision for yourself?
Like in the future, like I love to play cricket, so I want to do like cricket coaching, like if I get a chance. So I want to open my academy in Canada.
Would you be looking at the cricket academy as more youth, or would this be where you could be looking at different age groups.
Like it will be for everyone, because like these days like girls also like even interested like learn this game.
Yes.
So like it will start from the 5 years. Like 5 years like kids can hold the bat and everything. So like since then he can learn like every technique and all the rules. And like if he like grow up like at the stage he have like
Like this youngster.
idea.
This one could be the first one that's a part of your academy.
Yeah, he always play with me in my house. Yeah.
Who is that little one, by the way?
He's my son Romy.
There you go. I do know that little Romy comes here quite a bit, and he plays. There's the love of the sport, and there's a lot of the athletes that do bring their children, so they do see and watch and that. A little bit about you guys held a session. We held a session during Riverboat Days, an intro to cricket. Can you explain like what were the demographics of the people that came out? Like you were saying that there were some females, there was youngsters, there was older people.
Like I was not expected like how many people will like come like here, but when I come here I saw like so many females and males were here.
Yes.
And like mostly they are like around 60 or like 70 years old. I like it's like good to see like these kind of age group people also like love this sport and they want to learn at like this age.
Yes.
Like this is completely new for us, because like in like India mostly like youngster and the kids they like play these sports.
Yes.
So like here like every age group people like to learn and like love to play this game, so this is very new for me. For example, now we have like proper cricket ground. Now like maybe the kids will come that like ground and like they will see like how we are playing, and they can learn some things from that, and like maybe in the future they will also interested in like this game. Then we can like teach them in a proper way like how to play and like how they can like immerse their technique.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Open Connection will be right back after these messages. And now, from the CFTK-TV studios, this is Open Connection with your host, Robert Pictou.
Welcome back to Open Connection. Although it's known as England's national summer sport, cricket is played throughout the world, particularly in Australia, India, Pakistan, the West Indies, and the British Isles. A quick Google search of the top 10 cricketers of all time states Mahendra Singh Dhoni as the most successful captain for India and one of the best players world cricket has seen. Let us return to the conversation as Sukhjinder shares why he loves the game.
This is the only game I love. I used to play a bit of volleyball, but this game is not I play, but this game what I love.
Yes.
There's a difference between the game you play and that game you love. So this is the game I love. The reason being is in every field you come through the path of success and failures. So when you get failures or when you get downfall in certain stages, you just really work hard to compete and get on the top. So in my early childhood I used to play for my school, but unfortunately I didn't get selected for some reasons, and that just hit me hard and make me passionate to play this game. That moment when you just said that we get the field is the one of the extreme emotional scene for me. The reason being is that I'm just trying to showcase my game, showcase our game to the community, to the society, to the city from the last 5 years. I get lot of comments, lot of likes, lot of appreciation, but unfortunately we are not getting the grounds. We are just hitting hard ourselves. Our plenty of players get injured. I seen them as a team captain I used to be at that time. I feel hurt when I see one of the potential players sitting on the bed for injury.
Yes.
And for me that's very hard.
Right.
I'm also the part of that injury. I used to work and then come to play, and I just got injured, and I just play game for one day, take 3 days off from my work,
Yes.
just work 1 or 2 days a week, then I can't live without game.
Right.
With my injured back I just go to physio, put some tapes on my back, come to play,
Come back again.
and I just injured myself again 3 days off.
Yes.
So the whole summer goes like that.
Right.
When you build a team, it's like a baby born.
Yes.
So you have to be like a father, you have to be like a mother, you have to be like a brother, you have to be like a sister. I used to try to be like that. When you throw passion in the game, then sometimes you get a good image, sometimes you get a negative image. So I know that I might be get some negative image, so I am not getting the fullest every time, but just I keep on trying, and they understand, they feel, because when you try something with your pure heart, then the universe try to get it for you.
So the universe finally listened to you, is what you're saying. Somehow, I also recall you reaching out to me and saying, Cam, I really need to meet with you. And what finally made you actually ask me to come to be a part of the cricket club? I was curious.
Honestly speaking, when you see me the first day for the same day city council, I just seen you for the first time on that day. But I'm not sure on that day. I'm saying truly, I just typed my message on the messenger to send you on that day that would you like to join us. But then I just deleted. I thought no, I don't think she will join us because she is the volleyball player and she might or might not join. She has a lot of work. She is busy in her life. I should not ask her. Then I just deleted that text. Again, the things continue for 1 or 2 years. All of a sudden, I said, let's try it. Might be she said yes and we can get it. Yes. So one of my friends suggested that yes, you can try it. Then I really approached you and the things turned magically on that day. So because as a worker, as a student, as a player, I can't manage all that stuff along with my injury and my family issues. But I need some professional to take care of that.
You know, we've talked many times over the years, and for me, I appreciate you reaching out to me so that I could also be a part of everyone's journey here. You know, even if it's that small piece in your guys' lifetime, I really love to see the growth in everyone and the excitement. It's contagious. And we invite anyone to come out. You don't have to already have played cricket. If you're interested in the new sport of terrace, absolutely.
It's a great honor for me to sitting along with you to discuss these facts and figures of cricket because there are a lot of connections that make with this sport only. Lot of friends just because of this sport. So this sport is a lot and I'm very lucky to have you guys here and definitely we will see a lot of success in the future.
Open Connection will be right back after these messages. And now, from the CFTK-TV studios, this is Open Connection with your host, Robert Pictou.
Cricket is played on every street. Cricket is played in every corner of India, on city streets, in village fields, and on maidans, open playing fields, the largest which can host dozens of overlapping matches. In this final segment of Open Connection, Soma Amindir shares the various length of cricket matches.
It's been the third tournament we are playing. We have got the regional tournament, we played the Terrace Cricket League, and then we are now playing the zonal tournament. And then I represent a team called South Zone.
Soma, how long have you been a part of the Terrace Cricket Club?
I'm in Terrace for 1.5 years, but I've been playing cricket from my grade 7 back home.
Oh wow, okay.
So, but I didn't get a chance to play cricket in Terrace just because I didn't get to know to be with all these guys when the time I came in here.
Okay.
So just because through Walmart I get to know that guys are playing cricket, and then Subjinder, my friend, met me. And then he got me introduced playing cricket with Terrace.
Have you heard from these people who they might be, and are they from Terrace or are they from the regional area?
Well, as far as with my connections, a lot of people have expressed their genuine interest to me. Even for an epitome, day before yesterday, I met this pastor from a church, Sacred Catholic. He himself walked up to me and then he was mentioning me that would you guys be open to come up for a session in Veritas Catholic School?
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Yeah, so I guess lots of people in my workplace did mention that they would like to try this game.
Yes.
Would like to, once we have a proper cricketing ground, I guess we can display proper cricket, and then everybody would be happy to participate, I would imagine.
Wonderful. So tell me a little bit about cricket. does everyone get to ball, you know?
Yeah.
As we would call it, pitching.
Yeah.
And then does everyone get to bat? Like,
Yeah.
how does that work? Or do you guys have actual positions?
So for now we are playing 20. We have got 3 different formats, like the shortest, which is 20 over. That's what
Yes.
we are playing here. That
Right.
takes roughly about 4 to 6 hours of a match game.
Did you just say 4 to 6 hours?
You bet.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
And that's short.
Yeah, that's true.
What is then considered not short? What is long considered?
We have got 50 hours format, which takes about 8 hours to get that completed. The rule is like you'd have to be bowling at least 12 to 14 hours for 1 hour, 1 over. So
Yes.
and each team get to have like 10 players, like 10 wickets, they'd say. You'd have to get them out within that restricted 20 overs.
Okay.
The opponent gets the other team to be bowled, and then they'd have to come on into bat and have to chase that set score. And the team one who gets the highest number of scores wins the game.
So you've played cricket before. So explain to me, because it's very new to Terrace.
Right.
Right? I'm very new to cricket
Right.
as well. So I'm still learning as well, as the rest of Terrace, and we're very curious,
Right.
of course. So we're back home, because here it's played with a T20, so according to the shortest
Right.
time frame.
Right.
When you used to play, I have been told sometimes it lasts a few days.
Right.
How do you do that? Like, do you play 8 hours and then stop?
Right.
What?
So we have this longest format of game, which we call as test match. So we play that game for 5 days. So each day we'll bowl 90 overs, which is pretty much more like we have sessions,
Yes.
30 overs for a session. So once a session is done, we'll go for tea, and the second session is done, we'll go for a lunch, and the third session is done, we'll go for a tea. So roughly we'll be playing for 5 days, which means that 2 teams get to bat twice. So that once at the end of that game, we will be declaring if the game is like won, or if we don't have a clear result, then it would be declared as a draw.
So have you played that style of game?
Yes, we do have played all 3 formats of game, just because to keep with our players and with the availabilities we have got, we aren't able to accommodate ourselves playing 5 days of consecutive game, which is where we have chosen like 2020, the shortest format of game which we play here. To be honest, lots of people have put their heart and soul to this game, especially in this community, to bring up where we are now.
Yes.
And then we are just newcomers. To me, like it's been only 1 year here. I drive this forward, being Cam, who is basically the propelling factor pushing us. And then I personally feel once we have a proper ground where we could display cricket, we're going to be going so much public. And I could potentially see players from here, and as well as from schools coming out playing here, probably representing Canada. And then I'd say next to baseball and hockey, cricket is going to be a bigger thing in Canada, I'd say.
The senior pro who's lost patience, and Jadeja has got a wicket. India right back.
I think it's a great delivery, because someone trying to push the bat a little bit further, because he just carry on.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Open Connection. The greatest distance in the existence of man is not from here to there, but that connects from his mind and heart. If we can conquer that distance, we can soar like an eagle and realize our immensity within. I'm Robert Pictou.